Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, let me ask you, are you past due on your bills and you have bad credit? Or you needing to get a loan and you have a good credit score, but you went to the credit unions and the banks and they turned you down? Or let me ask you this. You may have a good income, but because you have a high debt to income ratio, those same banks still would not loan you any money. If that's you, I'm going to share 10 lenders that may be able to work with you. Now, you can be self-employed, you can be unemployed, but long as you have a steady income, these lenders may be able to help you. You can be on welfare, you can be a veteran. These are the lenders that you want to take a look at. Now, the first lender is Wise Loans. Okay, so now with Wise Loans, they offer loans anywhere you can see here from $200 up to $1,500. All right, and so what you do, you go here, you choose your state, and it'll let you know in terms of what the amount they're able to loan you. Now, here's the interesting thing about this. I want you guys to understand. All they want you to do is have an active bank account, a steady source of income, have an active email, and an active phone number. So you have to have those in order to qualify for these type of loans. And also keep in mind, because these type of loans are usually for people with challenging credit, then the interest rate on these loans are much higher, okay, than your credit unions and bank. Your next loan that you want to take a look at is Integra Credit. They offer installment loans. Now, with their installment loans only go up to $3,000. But at the same time, you can actually see here in terms of what their qualifications are in order to qualify. It says, what is the minimum qualification? The minimum qualification to apply must be 18, okay, a resident of the U.S., a bank account, have valid email. All right, so you don't need very much. And as a matter of fact, like I was telling you in terms of the amount, as you can see here, the maximum amount is $3,000. All right, now in terms of what it is that you need, again, we just went over that, so that's something that you can take a look at. This next lender that offers installment loans is Net Credit, okay? So with Net Credit, they offer installment loans up to $10,000, all right? Now, again, here, won't affect your credit score. Here's the thing about it. I want you all to understand. With a lot of these lenders, when they tell you it will not affect your credit score, what they are saying is that they're not going to pull from the major credit bureaus. So they're not going to look at Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. What they do, they use third-party credit bureaus to look at what's going on. So they may use LexisNexis. They may use Clarity, which is owned by Experian. They may use DataX, which is owned by Equifax. Or they may use Factor Trust or Telstar, which is owned by TransUnion, okay? So that's the reason you won't see that hard inquiry. And most of the time with these type of companies, they know that you're already having a challenging time with getting money so you can pay your bills, or you may have a broken down car or something like that. So what they do, they try to make it as easy as possible to help you qualify. Again, long as you meet those other criteria as I stated. Now, I would tell you this. Here's another lender. This lender is CashNet USA. Now, here's the thing about it with CashNet USA. They do not offer loans in all 50 states, just as well as some of these other lenders I'm going to be talking about. However, what it is that they would do for the states that they actually offer loans in, they may offer a installment loan or they may offer a line of credit. So say Alabama, right? So Alabama, they offer up to $2,000 on a line of credit. Now, here's the good thing about it with a line of credit. When you borrow from a line of credit, okay, and you pay it back, that line of credit stays open. So you don't have to reapply for it. You just borrow and pay it back. And of course, they charge you a fee up to $50 for every time you withdraw from it. Now, if you're going, say that you're in Texas, let's look at Texas so you can understand what I'm saying. So in Texas, here's their situation. They offer a loan, basically like a payday loan. Let's read it as a CAB. It's like a payday loan, right? So for each state, they may offer a different type of product. So in Texas, they offer like a payday loan, and it's up to $1,200. Okay. Now, again, please keep in mind with these type of lenders, the interest rates is going to be very high. But again, when you need money right away, then you definitely want to be able to jump through as few hurdles as possible in order to get qualified for a loan. I was telling you guys that if you are self-employed, okay, if you're a freelancer and stuff, there are lenders out there for you as well. Okay, now here's a lender. This is Lindsaya. Now here's the interesting thing about Lindsaya in terms of qualifications, the pros and cons. They offer up to $5,000 cash advance. Now, usually these cash advance type of lenders, they are like merchant cash advance, so the interest rate will be higher, very high, talking about triple digits, but at the same time, this has nothing to do with your credit score. That's the reason I was telling you guys, all the lenders that I'll be talking about, they have nothing to do with your credit score. It ain't about the credit score, all right? It's all about, do you have a consistent income? Do you have an active bank account? Do you have an active email and an active phone number? That's usually what they're doing. Now, with these type of freelance loans, what ends up happening is that they want you to be at least generating money from your freelance business for at least 3 months. Okay, so at least 90 days, all right, and they'll be able to help. Now, here's another lender. This is Giggle Finance. They also offer up to $5,000. Okay, again, it has nothing to do with credit. Nothing to do with credit, but they will give you up to $5,000. All right. Now, if you were in the freelance business, the side hustle business, this is the type of lender you want to look at, because you can see here Uber, Lyft, Rideshare, Handyman, TaskRabbit, Care. So they offer a plethora of loans for these type of people that are in the gig economy, I should say. Now, one of the things about it, I continue to tell you guys, if you are in the gig economy and you are not a structured business, you are leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table because you're still operating under your social, okay? You're not operating under a business platform, and because of that, you're missing out on a lot more money where companies will loan you money because you're operating as a business and wouldn't have anything to do with your credit. If you have questions about which lenders are those, then what you need to do is schedule a one-on-one consultation, okay, and let's talk about setting up your business properly so that you'll be able to get access to this funding from some of these lenders. One, again, is IndyLand, all right? And many of you all see my other videos and stuff, and again, it's not about the credit score. That's one thing about it. And as you can see here, their loans go from $200 up to $5,000. All right, and then I'll be putting a link to some of these lenders and stuff. Yes, understand is that some of these lenders are less than $5,000. But the good thing about it, with these here lenders, you're able to get the funding because you're possibly broke and you need money right now. Again, to pay a bill, to fix your car, to put food on the table. So you may have, again, a perfect credit score, but because you have a high debt to income ratio, the banks don't want to work with you, the credit unions don't want to work with you, and you can't go to any friends and family because they don't have any money as well. So trying to find the easiest places to get you qualified. Here's another lender you guys may want to look at, and this is Rise Credit. Now, the interesting thing about it, although their loans go from $500 up to $5,000, they work with people that are on welfare, disability, self-employed. So they will work with you as long as you can prove that you have a steady source of income. Now, I was telling you guys about the credit reporting and what they pull and stuff. Here's the interesting thing about it. Someone asked, why do I have a soft inquiry on my credit report? The inquiry on your credit report is the result of either application submitted. So when you submit that application, again, it's not a hard inquiry. It's going to be a soft inquiry. Okay? So again, please understand. Here's the other thing that Rise Credit explains to you. Which credit bureau do you report to? Now, as you can see, they may report your positive payment history to Experian and TransUnion on a monthly basis. But there's another thing. Please look at this. You see here where I said about clarity, they have IntelliTrack. These are the two third-party credit bureaus that I was telling you about, that some of these lenders, they will take a look at to see what's going on. And the main reason they look at these here credit bureaus is because they try to find out if you file bankruptcy with a loan against them, or are you in a current bankruptcy. That's the reason this is important for you guys to know. All right, so some of you guys, well, I didn't get approved. Well, there's a reason you didn't get approved, because they found data about you that you wasn't even aware that they, again, not about the credit. As you can see here, don't worry about this. It won't hurt your credit. This is Funu. Here it is, $10,000. All right, they offer up to $10,000. And again, understanding that what it is that you need to have in order to qualify. Need to connect your PLAD or decision logic. Minimum average monthly revenue is $1,500. 3 months in the gig economy. 3 months in the gig economy, and here you go. The freelancers, small businesses, contractors, sellers, and franchises. So they offer loans to all of these type of businesses. So if you're looking for a $10,000 loan, a $5,000 loan, there are people out here, even if the banks don't want to work with you, there are credit unions, not even credit unions, but other third-party lenders. These are fourth-tier lenders, by the way, meaning that they mostly don't focus on the personal credit. They focus on the revenue that you're bringing in. Okay, so that's the reason that these are good type of. The next lender we're going to talk about is UpRover. Now, here's the thing about it with UpRover. They offer loans from $300 up to $5,000, but it's with simple interest. They offer loans from $300 up to $5,000 with simple interest. All right. Now, the interesting thing about them, this is a tribal lender, a direct tribal lender. So when you go to the casinos and you lose that money, what they do, they take that money to make more money. They'll lend it out to people. All right. So that's the reason, like when you have bad credit and you're like, why is the interest rate so high? Because they're taking a chance on you. They don't know if you're going to pay this money back. So that's the reason your interest rate may be just as high. All right. Now, this here lender is Universal Credit. So if you're looking for a loan up to $50,000, they offer loans from $1,000 up to $50,000. But the reason that they are on here, because all you have to have is a 580, but at the same time, as you can see, you can pre-qualify without hurting your credit. So again, all of these lenders that I'm talking about, don't worry about the credit. Long as you got income to show proof of income and things of that nature, basically with an active bank account, that's all they're looking at, to make sure that you have regular deposits and stuff like that. But the reason they're on here is because, remember I was talking about a high debt to income ratio? This is one of those lenders that will work with you if you have a high debt to income ratio where your debt to income is about 75%. It's very easy. They're very flexible to work with. So people with bad credit, or if you have good credit but with a high debt to income ratio, this is the type of lender you may want to take a look at. Now, if you guys have any questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off of the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.